Mid-range phones have gotten so damn good. Is there any need for flagships like the Pixel 10 Pro?
Let's talk about the OnePlus 15R, which you've been detailing for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and this is a phone we can easily recommend to so many people. First up, it's not the 15, it is the R, so it's the value flagship as they would call it. It is not running the same chipset as the 15, so it's not the elite version of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, but the non-elite one. And it is actually the first smartphone to be released with this chip. We'll talk about the performance because it is a beast. But first off, the design. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it. Nice squared off design, the glass slab, it feels solid in the hand. Sleek camera unit. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Oppo. Of course, it's cousin, same ownership, but also the fact that the camera bump doesn't jut out like the Pixel or many other phones we've seen. No wobble on the table.
Yeah.
And this mint breeze color, I don't know, you've been using it. What do you think?
It's minty. It's an acquired taste, let me put it that way. It did start to grow on me, but personally I think I would have gone for the black. And I think recently there's also a violet color. Again, not gonna lie, with a 6.83 inch display, this phone is a chonker. It's not a one-handed phone, at least not for my tiny hands. But luckily the phone isn't top heavy because like you said, that camera bump isn't very big because it's housing 2 lenses. We will talk about the camera. And what that means is that unlike the Google Pixel 10 Pro, which has that whole camera visor, it does feel a little bit top heavy. So when you're using it one-handed or even two-handed, it does feel like, it's not really imbalanced. Whereas the OnePlus is a much more usable experience in my opinion.
Right. Battery and charging, 7,400 milliamp hours. I think silicon carbon is just wiping the floor with the rest of the brands who are not using it. I'm guessing that would go a long way.
A very long way, yeah. I think that is one of the best things that smartphones have gotten in 2025. Silicon carbon, if you guys don't know about it, you guys need to get on it. It's because I was easily with heavy use getting 2 days of use. But on average, I was getting 2.5 to 3 days. And that is amazing. I didn't have to think about charging, which is so cool. I could just walk out of the house with 30% battery. Yeah. I would never have dared to do that with either of these phones, right?
Exactly. Speaking of charging.
Slow charging.
Slow 80 watt charging, which is faster than, let's face it, any Samsung or Apple device out there. Way faster than that. But slower than the more expensive flagship from OnePlus, which is 120 watts, the 15.
Yeah.
And they have excluded wireless charging. It's feels like a corner they wanted to cut just to, now it's not flagship anymore. But we do not get a special brick, right?
Not here at least. Not here at least in the box. I think the folks in the US do, but else you can just buy it separately, which is fine. And you can go up to that 80 watts. But I charged it with an Anker fast charger at home and I got 50 watts. And that was pretty fast because I think I charged it up within an hour 15. It went from 0 to 100. Yeah, which is very fast. So again, right, if you have average use, OnePlus says you're going to keep 80% of the battery capacity after 4 years of use.
Right, that's one of the worries with silicon carbon, that it degrades much faster than lithium ion.
Okay.
So, I think a lot of companies are now stating that explicitly because they're doing some work on that front.
Yeah.
But still, in the short term at least, wow.
It is, yeah.
Like you said, 2.5 days, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Size-wise.
Yeah, like I said, big phone, two-handed phone for sure. The button layout, on the right side, you have the power and the volume rocker. Personally, I like the implementation of how Pixel does it. I know you have a different opinion, but I like that on the Pixel, the volume button is on the bottom, so closer to your thumb, because that's the button I'm using more often. Whereas on the Samsung and on OnePlus phones, they're higher up on the phone. So especially for a bigger phone, it's a bit more of a reach to get there. And so I don't necessarily prefer that.
Yeah, but all these phones, the Oppo, the OnePlus, the waterproofing on them is kind of next level now. We don't even these are all the things, 68, 69, 69K now apparently with warm water and stuff. Also, it kind of, what are you doing? Are you washing them in the dishwasher?
You don't know what you do with 69?
No.
It's not a dishwasher, I can tell you that.
69K, that's a new one for me.
But yeah, it can go up to 80 degrees of water and get jets of water coming from all angles.
Oh, that's 69.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. And jets of water, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a fair question. Do you forget this thing in the dishwasher and then it's all good? I don't know.
Washing machine maybe.
Or washing machine, yeah.
Right, 12 gigs of RAM, solid. 256 gigs of base storage.
Yes, finally.
Solid.
Right? Yeah.
But
or 128s.
yeah, but no magnets. No MagSafe accessories. No. Maybe you can buy a case and slap something on there. But yeah.
That works, yeah. Apart from that, I mean, I downloaded and installed Asphalt 9. That's Asphalt.
Asphalt.
Yeah. We're not talking about the 69K.
No, okay.
This is the game.
Asphalt,
yeah. So that's 3.2 gigs size game.
It's a big one.
But while downloading, installing, even playing, I mean, no weird heating issues. It got a little bit warm around the edge, but that's it. I mean, I know for a fact that the Pixel and my iPhone Air would have started to feel a bit toasty
on that Asphalt.
But yeah, apart from that, the software that it's running is Oxygen OS 16. Another personal favorite. I mean, I like the clean experience of the Pixel, but if I had to pick a close second, it would definitely be OnePlus. They go for a reasonably clean UI. There is still a bit of bloat, and I'm not sure if that's native to OnePlus or because I did a migration from my Pixel to the OnePlus. But I mean, I saw 2 calculator apps, 2 clock apps, 2 translate apps, and 2 photos apps.
Yeah. And I think they also give you free LinkedIn, free Facebook, free Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
You know how it goes.
All that. Yeah. But yeah, also I like the way that they're going with copying a few things from iOS because, beter goed gejat dan slecht bedacht, as they say.
Inderdaad.
Yeah. Couple of things. Swipe down from the middle of the home screen for global search. You can set that up, or you can just have it be your notification shade. What I didn't quite like though was that if you got a notification on your lock screen, like you would normally be able to hold down the notification, drag it down and be able to see more of that notification. You can't do that until you unlock it or until you click on that little arrow on the top right. I mean, small UI thingies, but yeah. Nothing, no deal breaker for sure.
Yeah, and was it like performance-wise? I mean, this to be honest, when you talked about Asphalt, I was thinking about gaming.
Okay, good.
It really feels like it's designed to be a gaming phone with the screen and everything. So how was the performance in that sense?
Dude, I'm just gonna say it. I think mid-ranges are like, it's a solved problem. You do not have to consider mid-range and high-end anymore for 97.5% of people or so, because it is smoothie. It is snappy. It is smooth.
I think the color reminds you of
I
smoothie.
think so. Yeah, I'm getting hungry here. I need to get dessert after this. Also, no lags or anything. So general performance, I mean, it's
And what about
what do I say?
when the Asphalt was on? How was the gaming experience?
It was as smoothie. Yeah.
Smoothie Asphalt. Okay.
Yeah, no, zero stutters, man. I mean, fired it up. It does go up to 120 hertz and it just ramps up for gaming. In normal use, it does stay at 60 hertz.
Yeah. It doesn't go to 1 hertz, not LTPO.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about those 2 holes on the back.
Yeah. Cameras. The bump is smaller.
Yeah.
The reason for that is 2 lenses, like we said. There's a main 50 megapixel lens at f1.8 and an 8 megapixel ultra wide. So there's no telephoto. Again, very similar to what Apple does, right? With their 17 phone, just offers you that. But the camera system does support 4K 120 frames per second. So if you are shooting video and you want to slow it down afterwards, you can. So that's kind of nice that they've included that on a mid-ranger, right? Yeah. And the selfie lens is 32 megapixel with 4K 30 FPS video possibilities.
Yeah. Overall, what I've heard about the 15, not the 15R, is like they've stepped down the cameras compared to the Oppo Find X9 Pro, which I love, which is my daily driver. Check out that video. But how would you compare the 15R to your, I don't know, a Google Pixel or iPhone Air or whatever?
Yeah, I think I compared it to this one because it was just the one that I used most often. And it's kind of good for photos, you would think, which is still the case in certain scenarios. But generally, it's been pretty damn good on the OnePlus. So far as I would say, I'd be happy with this phone and the camera and the photos that it can produce. But it does tend to lean towards the warmer side with their photos, with more saturation, especially compared to this 10 Pro from Pixel. The distorted look on images from the ultra-wide lens is just too distorted, right? So like this image of Amsterdam Central Station, you can see that. Low light isn't great and the photos do start to get a bit noisy. Also, the portrait mode on the main lens as well as the selfie lens did a decent job with edge detection. So pretty happy to see that. The video on the OnePlus did fare better than the Pixel. You can see that in this video because you can see a lot of these micro jitters in the auto stabilization on the Pixel, which the OnePlus didn't suffer from as much. This is the selfie lens on the OnePlus R on this side and the Pixel 10 Pro on this side. So it's important to see how the stabilization is, but also the color representation. Both can be shot in 4K. So that's a nice upgrade for the OnePlus 15R. But also, how does my voice sound? So this is coming straight from the microphones in the phones. Microphones in the phones. That rhymes.
And just like the Oppo Find X9 Pro, you also get a pre-installed screen protector.
Oh, yeah.
It's something the Chinese companies are tending to do nowadays.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea, but you found a downside.
Yeah.
I experienced.
It is a dust magnet.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm constantly wiping it off my shirt, my trousers to get rid of that dust. I don't know if it's the quality of the screen protector or if it goes away after some time. I don't know if you guys know, let me know. But there's that. Again, a big display, 6.83 inch. It is 165 hertz AMOLED. Yeah.
It's really a gaming targeted phone.
It is.
Like,
yeah. And you see that in all of their advertising as well. 450 pixels per inch. The colors pop nicely. There's good touch responsiveness. I mean, it's 1800 nits of peak brightness, goes down to 2.
Oh, wow.
Or 1 if you reduce the white point in the settings. So this is quite nice in the evening, right? When I'm scrolling and things like that. I really prefer that. Also, I've got to say, compared to the Pixel, the fingerprint scanner and the face unlock was more reliable and accurate.
What?
Yeah.
Even the fingerprint scanner?
Even the fingerprint scanner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty impressed, as you can see. In terms of AI, of course, everyone's got their thing. Just like the Oppo, the OnePlus also has a Snap key.
You have a plus key.
Sorry.
I have a Snap.
You have a Snap.
Hey, what
terminology.
Yes.
But does it do anything different? No. It does exactly the same thing. So it's kind of comparable to the action button on iPhones, but it's more limited than the implementation of the iPhones, which we've said before. It just has fixed settings that you can enable, but you can't, unlike the iPhone, set it up with shortcuts and really customize it.
Or even launch an app.
Or even launch an app. Yes. Yeah.
That's bizarre to me.
But they really want to control that. But you do get the ability to map it to Plus Mind, they call it. It's your like AI space where you can save things by when you click the button. Yeah, exactly. I also fell asleep with it. Wasn't quite useful for my use case, but I mean, if you're scrolling something or you're chatting with someone or you're in an email and you need to remember something, go ahead and hit it, it saves it, and you can actually talk to Gemini and query that information back. Or you can even leave voice notes and it uses the AI to process what you've told it to do, like add a calendar or whatever, a calendar event or whatever.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I never got used to it, so I kept it on Do Not Disturb as my button shortcut.
Okay, before we go to the price, a big thanks to OnePlus for sending out this loaner unit. It is going back, but also a big thanks to all these wonderful people on the tested tier who are supporting us financially. If you want to support us, check out the links in the description down below.
Yeah, and a big thanks to the folks on the highest tier, that is the Fuckman tier. Thank you, Radspanda, Rachel, Paula, and Croxland.
So $6.99, $69.9.
Are we still on that?
The price.
The price, yes.
$6.99.
Yeah, that's right. But, I mean, I was checking what are other people saying about this, right? After I got down all my notes. And it's funny to see that I hear a lot of people complaining about the price point and that you'd be better off going with the OnePlus 15, the flagship, because it doesn't differ as much. True. Yes. Okay. If you need all of those extra features like wireless charging, maybe a better camera system, all of that kind of stuff, fine, go for it. But the thing is, every bit of money is money, right? And you don't need to buy more than you need. So I kind of disagree on that. I think you're getting a terrific phone for the price. A lot of the phones are around the 1,000 mark. This is not there. It's, much less. I think on balance, pretty positive about the phone because that's been my experience. I've been two-timing a phone before this, the iPhone and the Google Pixel. I'd easily swap out the Pixel for the OnePlus 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm happy. I am happy with the general performance and with the camera system for my needs. Again, this is really going to depend on who it's for. The Pixel is great because of the Pixel drops, the newest features, the 3 lens, all of that. The Pixel is right, great. Will fit me for sure. I'd love it. Do I need it? Right. Whereas this is for someone who doesn't want to think about charging, who doesn't care about the bells and whistles like wireless charging and magnets and all of that, who wants a phone that lasts them for a while and doesn't have to think about, battery life and things like that. So yeah, that's my highlight. That's the takeaway from this whole video is seriously consider silicon carbon. That's going to really make a difference day to day. Not that small bit of upgrade in the cameras, a small bit of upgrade in the performance. Oh, Snapdragon, blah, blah, blah. All great, probably if you need it. But I think for most people, the biggest game changer is going to be the battery tech. Yeah.
Speaking of silicon carbon, check out why I switched from the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra to the Oppo Find X9 Pro, phone of the year.
Yeah. And check out why I switched from using a Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold to the normal Pixel 10 Pro. Click here.
Doei.